Faisal Islam. Well, we'll be hearing again in a moment from First Group's Chief Executive Tim O'Toole. But earlier I spoke to the Virgin Chief, Sir Richard Branson, on the phone from Necker in the British Virgin Islands. I began by asking him whether he felt betrayed.
We're very happy to accept losing a franchise if we feel that the process is a correct one and a fair one. But we've been through the Department of Transport's franchise processes on 4 different occasions, and this is the 4th on both GNER and National Express. On the East Coast Main Line, we were the runners-up, and both of those companies went bust. And as a result, the East Coast Main Line, languishes with only 19 million passengers, whereas when we started with the West Coast, they actually had more passengers than the West Coast. So, and we think that the same thing has happened here again. That the Department of Transport has had the wool taken over their eyes. That First Group have grossly overbid at the end of the contract, and we don't believe that their contract is deliverable.
Well, it sounds very much as if, firstly, you don't really think that the process was very good or indeed even very correct.
I think that what government should be doing is being more ready to reject offers that are not sustainable.
Will you ever bid for a rail franchise again?
We certainly won't bid for a rail franchise again if the bidding process is the same as it currently is, where it's obviously flawed.
Well, what about high speed? Would you got your eyes on that?
No, I think right now we will back out of rail in Great Britain unless we get a call from David Cameron who says sorry, and we will construct a system that has the faith of British operators.
This is, after all, fundamentally an American company that has won this franchise. Do you think they should have been thinking British?
Look, I'm not too worried about whether it's an American company or a British company. I think that what they should have done is taken into account Virgin's track record of delivering and of deliverability. It is just astounding that the Minister of Transport signed off on this particular contract and with this particular company, who is about the only company ever who has had their own passengers go on strike against them.
Sir Richard Branson talking to me earlier from the Caribbean.